Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is Monday and I'm just getting ready for my work day. I'm starting a little bit later today. My first client is at 12. I have two regulars today who are just like the sweetest souls. Shout out to Bella and Tolly. They're so nice, and I just feel like every esthetician feels this way, but I feel like I really have the best, sweetest clients. So I'm so grateful for them. Love follow-ups because it's kind of my opportunity to assess the plan, ask questions, ask good questions, and if it's somebody I haven't seen in a few months, which it tends to happen, I prefer if my clients can check in with me every month or bi-monthly, but people get busy. I do understand. I never want to put any shame on anyone for not checking in for some period of time, but the pattern I always notice is as time goes on, as somebody hasn't checked in with their esthetician, they get more loose with the plan. They get more casual with the routine, with the lifestyle, with taking care of themselves. So this is like my favorite thing. It's like Operation Get Back on Track and assess where we can accelerate things. We always want to be moving the needle forward, but also I have to get a sense of, are we doing the basics? Where are we at with exfoliation, active ingredients? Have you been trying new things? I understand how tempting it is to live in a world of TikTok, even YouTube, Instagram. There's so many products. It's very tempting, but I do notice when people start to try other things and get more loose with what they're using, I always know, and it's okay. It just takes more time to get back on track and ends up kind of being more expensive in the long run if you can make a plan with your SD. Stick with it, stay in touch, stay accountable. There's something I'm learning in my NASM nutrition program, which is amazing just to learn about coaching and kind of the motivational psychology behind it. We need two things in order to have success. We have to desire a goal, and not just for like the first week. Think about if your goal is to start going to the gym, or in our case, to get clear skin. You can't just want the clear skin for a week. You have to continuously want it for as long as you're striving for the goal. So we have to keep our eyes on the prize. And the second thing is the client has to feel that that goal is feasible. So a lot of times people come to me very doubtful and they may not understand how you could even get results like over FaceTime, or they've seen a lot of derms, they've seen other SDs before and they've never seen results with their skin. Sometimes people come into a program doubting it from the beginning, and that's okay. That's really my responsibility to instill that trust and to have the client understand why things are going to start to work, why they will start to see results as long as they stick to the plan, use the recommendations, and stay consistent with it. But the client has to believe that they're going to get results. So those two things to have success. Goal has to be desirable and the goal has to stay feasible, or it has to feel realistic for somebody, which is another reason I never give somebody who's kind of new to skincare like a 10-step skincare routine, right? Because that's not going to feel realistic for them to do every day. Then they end up doing none of it. So I would rather it always feel reasonable and like something that someone can fit into their lifestyle, which is why every plan is going to be different, because everyone has different needs and a different concept of what is reasonable for them in their lifestyle. So yeah, I have my client tally in, I think it's like 10 minutes now. And I'm gonna do a quick Dyson moment. I just threw on some light makeup. My version of makeup is always tinted SPF, a brow. I have to fill in my brows where I feel naked, and mascara and my Color Science Total Eye for a little brightening. That's it. That's it for my daily makeup. So I just splurged on the Dyson, and I'll be honest, it's so expensive. I'm not gonna say this is like even worth $600 because what is even worth $600? I don't know, but my goal for 2022, I've been thinking about this purchase for probably like a year and a half. My goal is to learn how to do my hair because I'm a skin girl. I've got that down, but I've never been good at hair. Like events, dances growing up, I always had a friend curl my hair and do my hair. And sometimes when I watch videos or see pictures, I'm just like, the hair would pull it together. The hair would make me more professional and polished. I don't know, if you think about the cost per wear, or you know, how much you use it, what you get out of it, I don't know. It's a little more reasonable, but it's definitely expensive. So I'm gonna turn it on. I don't have time to do my full head, but at least the front is curled so I look semi-presentable. Actually, this looks kind of crazy because half is damp, but I have to go sit down. I'm gonna try to do the rest after this appointment. This is Amber, guys. She's an esthetician. We've been working together for maybe like a year now.
Getting close to it, yeah.
Yeah. Quite a while. We've made some great progress. She's got her first Esty job now at Massage Envy. How do you like it, and how do you like working with Jan Marini?
Love it. I absolutely love it, and I love Jan Marini, and it's just so exciting to be working with a line that I can be excited about. And I've learned so much about Jan Marini through Tessa, and that's actually how I was introduced to the products. So being able to actually see them being used with my clients too is just super exciting.
Yes, and look at her skin glowing.
Look at my SPF on right now.
Yes, yes. We're gonna get her a hat too. What's your
to-do list today?
Yes, we're gonna get you lip SPF and a hat.
Yes, I'm going to be safe in the sun always.
Yes, and cold rolling every night.
Yes, yes, all of the good things.
All the good things. Yay! What's your Instagram handle, Amber?
It is skincare by .amber.
Perfect. I'll put it below so everyone can find you and go get all the good tips from Amber as a newly established Esty.
Yes,
Yay.
yes, I'm trying to share more and more about my journey. It's super exciting, and I just love being so excited to share with everyone. It's super awesome. Oh yeah, it's just been so amazing. So I would love to have more people join my journey too.
Yes, come join. Amber has come a long way. We were just looking at her photos, and yeah, you've got all the tips because you've encountered a lot.
Yes, oh my goodness, like looking back, when we looked back a few minutes ago at my pictures, it's just been day and night, like my face, my rosacea. I mean, I didn't even realize, it's been a while since I've looked back at my photos, and I just looked like so red all of the time. And now I swear sometimes it's like I forget I have rosacea some days because it's just not taking over my life the way it was before. So, yeah, thank you, Tessa, so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Such a big help with my skin, and now I feel like I get to do the same with my clients too. I get to tell them about like all the products I love and all of the advice you gave me. I feel like it's not only helping me, but like helping other people. So
yes. Oh my gosh, you're the sweetest ever. Thank you, Amber. Okay, is the meal I just made aesthetic? Not one bit. It looks like a kindergartner made this, but I know it's gonna be good. I feel like tuna is triggering for some people, so I'm sorry if that's you. Also, olives, I feel like, I don't know, hit or miss. One of my favorite foods is olives. Anything salty, I am into. So we've just got a little tuna mixed with some vegan mayo and avocado, topped with black olives, romaine, and carrots. Okay, just in case my life looks like perfect all the time, I just wanna actually hold myself to inserting this clip, because the reality of being a business owner and somebody who hasn't hired anyone yet, kind of trying to juggle a lot, and I have a tendency to take on more than I should, and I just get excited about new projects. And I think just like the nature of my job, doing so many different things, product, social media, working with clients, especially on skin when it's like, there's a lot of pressure. I don't think that's talked about enough. Like, there's a lot of pressure on estheticians to wave a magic wand and produce these like crazy results that we see on Instagram. Meanwhile, skin is so complex. There's so many factors that sometimes are out of our control, and I don't know. This wasn't the trigger that made me cry, but I think it's just been a rough week in general. And I'm so hard on myself, like so hard on myself. And I need to be nicer to myself. I'm constantly beating myself up, and like all the feedback in my own head is negative, and that's something I'm working on. I'm like so great at wellness when it comes to like nutrition, self-care, even like meditation and therapy, but where I need to improve is like how I talk to myself, and knowing what is like actually manageable to take on, and being okay with things. Like, I feel like I have a tendency to want to be perfect and put out a ton of content or do nothing, and I just feel like paralyzed. And I feel like today it just all came to a head over like this the simplest thing. It's also been a rough month. I had COVID. Dylan hurt his back very seriously, so we've both been like in the ER. This week he's been like so debilitated that he like can't put on his socks or his shoes. So I think just like managing the household, like keeping it clean, getting the groceries, making the meals, making sure he's taken care of, which I want to do, but I think on top of like my normal responsibilities, like he got home from work at like 11 last night. He's been pushing himself to go to work even though his back is like done for. And he was like, I'll just stop and get like some fast food for dinner. And I was like, no, we have tamales here. I'll just like air fry them for you and make them. And I fell asleep. He came home this morning. I like go to use the air fryer, and his tamales are still in there. So I was like, babe, why didn't you eat these? I made them for you. He's like, I was too tired. I forgot. And it's like those little things where you're like, I try to do everything and like make sure everyone's taken care of, and like sometimes you just feel like it's for nothing or it's not enough, and like obviously that's so dumb. That's not why I'm crying. I think it's just everything, like social media, DMs, like just wanting people needing answers and feeling like at certain times I don't have anything left to give, and then I feel guilty. feels like there's more people that need help than I can provide, and it's really difficult sometimes trying to convert those people to your services and to say, hey, this is a service, this is my livelihood, it's how I support myself. I did have a little chat on Instagram stories this week, kind of just saying like, I want to help everyone, but please respect, like, I need to direct you toward my services if you're asking for like personal advice and help. And I obviously don't want to let anyone down, and like, I know it's not mean to have boundaries, but that's something I'm really working on. I think I have a call. I have a call in 20 minutes. I told my designer, who's the best ever, I told her, can we do like a phone call instead of video, because I'm looking rough today. It's just one of those days. I haven't cried in a while, and I think it all just kind of came to a head. It's just been a tough month in general with work, clients, family, my general wellness, and I think it's just like hitting a breaking point. And speaking of breaking point, I haven't taken breaks. I haven't taken like a vacation. I haven't taken a rest. I think also even like a lot of people don't talk about the mental health side of COVID, like staying home that long and working from home. Like, I'm always here. And I love it. I love the flexibility of working from home, but I think it's just like constantly also I'm so type A and like need everything a certain way. I think it's just like being in my environment, feeling like everything's constantly like dirty or not right. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna watch this back and be like, oh my gosh, you're a drama queen. But it was just one of those days. I think I was due for a cry, and I know how my social media probably looks, like very polished, put together. I'm always upbeat, positive, always trying to put out content, but just know I'm human too. I break down too. There are times I feel like I'm empty and I have nothing left to give, and just like being on the internet in general is something that's difficult to navigate in terms of boundaries and just like existing on the internet. And with there being so many platforms, I often feel like I don't even know where to put the effort towards my content. I don't know what to choose, and I've started so many platforms. I don't want to say I've gotten myself in a pickle, because I think it's smart to diversify your platforms, but it's tough when you have a really focused job. Like, I'm focused all day on my clients and, FreeSkin, further developing that, marketing it, doing all the shipping, which is like in my living room, and I'm not complaining. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. Like 9 days out of 10, I'm so content and happy. But I think I'm also somebody, I just like let things build and build and build, and then like the smallest thing, like tamales in the air fryer, will be what like puts me over the edge. I don't know what that was. I had a podcast yesterday I did with my friend Alyssa, and we spent 3 hours recording it because we kept having technical difficulties. After that 3 hours, I think that ping was from tech support, because after all that, the file is still messed up, and she like took that time away from her new business and clients. So I just feel like I have to make it work. I don't know. There's a lot of layers to this conversation, even just like producing content consistently on certain platforms. Very difficult to do, especially if you have another job and the social media is like what you're doing on the side. So yeah, I just wanted to be real and don't need pity, don't feel bad for me, none of that. I just want to like be completely honest about what goes down sometimes, and I could not show this, but then it's like, I know what it's like to look at people and just be like, wow, their lives seem so perfect. She has it all figured out. Why isn't my life like that? And there are highs and lows to this life. We have to expect that. And yeah, that's just life. The cycle repeats. I honestly feel better though after talking. So I love you. Thank you for all of your support. And if I don't get back to your DM, just know I love you. I'm just trying to like be okay right now. Happy Sunday! I wanted to show a little behind the scenes of my business in case anyone is interested. This is my little packing station. And so this is kind of what I do on Sundays now. So every time a customer would order, in the past, I would pack up their order on the spot. And it does take time because, as you can see, kind of a lot goes into the package. I like to include a little sample from other brands I carry. I pack my custom sticker with my slogan, never compromise. Never compromise your barrier or your standards. It's kind of the point. And then I made this little card which has like a little note from me about why I created it, who it's for, with my little signature. And then it comes with a QR code that the customer can scan and then download. And it's like a little complimentary cleansing guide that shows you how to use the cleansers, which one to choose, what to do if you just want to, pick one cleanse. So it's kind of like a little guide. But yeah, I used to do all of this when a customer would order, and like my tape, for example, this is a box that's ready to go in the mail. My tape, I've gotten so much better at it because you really have to be careful to lay the edges super flat and press down firmly. It has my little logo on it, and this is recyclable, so somebody can just recycle the whole box since there's no like tape on it. But like to do this, you basically have to put a sponge down and get it wet and then press it really firmly on the box. So I would, it's like an arts and crafts project. I would do that every time somebody ordered. So I realized it's way more efficient if I can get some resets ready to go. They're all packed, and I'll do everything kind of in one batch so it doesn't interrupt my whatever task I'm doing. And I still run to the mailbox every single day. It gives me a little exercise. It's like 5 long blocks away. But if I just set these aside, have them ready to go, then I can just print out the label, put it on the box, and then it's just kind of easier when I go on my nightly walk to just drop one off rather than like make a box every time. But if somebody orders a single cleanser, just one, either Undo or Low Foam, I do just make those on the spot. I could make those individually too so they're ready to go, but yeah, this is just kind of what I'm working with. Everybody gets their little sticker, their little guide. These are so cool. They're recyclable, or what's the word? Like dissolvable packing peanuts. They're just made of cornstarch. So if you ever get a box like this, if it is recyclable, you just put it in the sink and it melts away, like it melts down the sink. So that's nice. I'm trying to make more of an effort to be as sustainable as possible as a small business. So yeah, these don't make any waste. And I'm switching, once I run out of my bubble wrap, I'm switching to this recyclable paper. Shipping anything is probably the scariest part of this whole thing, just because packages can get lost, things can easily get broken. I've sent the wrong thing before. So it really is a process, and you want to try to stay organized and definitely want to keep the merchandise protected. When I sent my first batch, I learned that the hard way because I had pumps break, and now with this system, with boxes, with the packing peanuts, and with individually wrapping them, I haven't had any problems, but it's definitely trial and error. Like, this stuff doesn't come with a manual. If you want to try to do something different, you definitely are probably going to fall, you know, in the process and have to pick yourself up. But I do think it's worth it. I'm very, very proud of my little business and my little double cleansing creation. I will put my website below in case anyone wants to shop and support my small business. Every order really means a lot, and everyone has been loving the set.